E is my favorite because it tells me that you understand what the data is telling you. That you can not only look at it and pick out specific points, but that you can analyze the data. That's the big middle school skill. And so it says, in general, who reads more books? How do you know? Answering the question will get you 1 point. How do you know? I have a range of acceptable answers. Some are better than others. And we'll talk about what those are. So first of all, let's answer the question. Just looked on the picture. Who reads more books? Boys or girls? Girls. Now, can I just write the word girls and have it be a sentence? So someone tell me my sentence starter so that it becomes a sentence that answers the question. What do you think, Jaden? That would work. Got a shorter way to say it?
On average. No.
Are we doing averages? We're not. Nope. Clayton?
Girls read 25% more books than guys.
Ooh, hold on. I don't want any numbers yet. Can't we just say girls read more books? Because. Don't make it harder than it is. Here's the deal. I don't want lots of words. I want you to get to the point, but you have to include all the things. You have to have the answer, girls. Girls do what? Read more books. All I'm doing is using the keywords from my sentence. Girls read more books because why? This is the part where some people are going to get lots of points and some people are not going to get very many points. Who thinks they have a good reason why girls read more than boys based on our picture? Based on it. Caden.
Girls read more books because when we were doing the Whisker plot, all of the range, median.
Okay, so pick something. Pick something.
Range.
Okay, so tell me about the range. What would you say? Because what?
Because the range was higher than the boys by 3.
I am so glad you said that. This could be a good response. I think you can make it better. Just telling me the range, give me any specific numbers. It doesn't. It just tells me it's really spread out. Here's what I do like, though. It tells me about at least 2 of the numbers. Could you change it so that it gives us more information than just the range is bigger? Emma, is this what you were going to say? Or do you have a different one? Can someone tell me how we could talk about the range to have it be better than just the range is bigger? Because that's not going to get you any points. Because for the girls, the range is from what number to what number?
The girls' range.
Yep, is from 5 to 18, while the boys is from 2 to 13, right? And so then he's telling me about 2 points for each one. That one is going to get, that's a pretty good answer. It's not the best answer, but it's better than a bad one. Does anybody, Emma, what are you going to say?
I was going to say, girls read more books because about 25% of the books that boys read is less than 100% of what girls read.
Ooh, she talked about a chunk of data. When you talk about a chunk of data, that is going to get you full credit. She says because 100% of the girls read more than 25% of the boys. Do you see that? I like that one a lot. It's not the only one. I'm not even sure it's the most convincing, but that one's a pretty good one because she said, well, those 2 numbers are the same. 100% of the girls read more than 25% of the boys. Anytime you can compare chunks of data, you're going to get full credit. Do you see how it's a little bit better than Caden's idea where he only compared 2 numbers? Caden's is pretty good. I like Emma's because hers is better because it talks about more of the data. What if I just said this median is 9 and that median is 6 and I just compare 1 data point? That's not telling me much at all. Okay? And so that's going to get you the least amount of points. If you don't compare any specifics and you just say because the girls are higher than the boys, you're not getting any points. My 7-year-old can say that and he's never seen a box and whisker plot ever. Okay, but he would know that those numbers are bigger than the other ones, okay? Does anybody have a different statement other than what Emma said? Do you see any other groups that are higher than other groups of the boys? Let's look at a couple of those. Do you see any points that are the same? for boys and girls? What numbers? Because Emma said 5 is the same. What other numbers are the same on those pictures?
Oh, 9.
9. Ah, and so we could say, what percent of the girls? I've got a half a box and a whisker. What percentage of the girls? So 50% of the girls read more than what percent of the boys? How many are below that line for the boys? Than 75% of the boys. Ooh, I like that one as well, because now I'm saying half of the girls read more than most of the boys, only I use specific numbers. Do you see how that's really powerful? That's good stuff. And I kind of, and Emma's is good, but I kind of argue that because then it's a big chunk of girls read more than most of the boys, where before yours only said 25% of the boys, and so maybe it's just the bad part. You know what I mean? So yours isn't wrong, but it's good. I had someone say this. They said, well, if I go here, I can say 75% of the girls are better than, now hold on, can you estimate here? Can you estimate in the middle of the box? Do we know where the points are? No, but what we do know is that this is 75% here, and it's at least 50%, right? Because I have a whisker in this box. You cannot say it looks like it's about 60, because we don't know if we just have a bunch of them here, and then maybe 1 and 1. We don't know where those points are. So the only percentages you can use for box and whisker plots are 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100. Question.
For E, 0, picture how the girls read more, 75%.
Of the boys. Yes. Do you see where that came from? So when I go here, I've got a box and a whisker, so this is 50%. And then I got the whole box and the one whisker, which would be 75. Okay? So here's what's going to happen today. I wanted the double box and whisker plot side was the harder one. The other side